Ryan Briscoe you're riding with. This happened a few laps ago. Whoa. And now
here riding along. Oh, no, the car just went straight because he carried too much speed going into the turn. Hawksworth was a little slower than he anticipated.
Very tight on the exit for Marco here. He got squeezed right against the wall by Jack. I don't even think Jack knew he was there because he just came out of nowhere right here. And look at how tight this is right here.
And there was contact between Hinch's right front and Marco's
line.
Well, he was nursing the brake pedal because if he stands on it, he's going to go straight on. And he knows he can't make the corner with the front grip he's got available.
The Honda in the off-season. This is what happened to Justin Wilson as we're on board with Graham Rahal.
You see Graham giving him a little bit of a nose there.
He gave him some more
and
nose
gave
right
more
there.
nose right there. That,
you
know, I wait this year to say, hey guys, side-by-side racing, a little bit of rubbing, that's okay. But man, I don't know if Pagenaud had any idea that Power's nose was in there.
This is what it looked like from the Verizon Chevy.
Looks like something I would have done back in the day in that team.
Not quite close enough. Simon Pagenaud has limped his way back around to the pits.
Now watching this replay of Power trying to get around Newgarden, the reason that Power, whoa, he gets into the wing there, more questionable contact.
Huertas.
You're going to have Colombian third, fourth, and fifth on the restart.
Now right here, he's squeezing him, and then he stuffs it in and gets him right in the back wheel.
You know, when I look at it from that view, PT, I can see why Hunter-Reay thought that was his chance.
This is what it looked like from James Hinchcliffe's point of view. Running of the race and well and truly in the hunt. Watch this.
That's not going anywhere.
And this is what it looked like for the now race leader, Will Power.
Pretty smart driving there by Will. He saw all that happening. You would never think a guy would be out there because your line of sight is looking for the corner.
Absolutely no way to pass on the outside of that corner.
And this is far enough to win this race.
Well, somebody hit him. I'm not quite sure who would have been directly behind him. Was it Justin?
Simon Pagenaud. Check this out in the 77.
I think that curb helped a little bit
I
there.
think all that rally.
The car just swapped around. Now he sees a car on the inside. He realizes that he's going too fast and he's not going to make it, so he bails out, tries to go to the left-hand side to avoid, but obviously not a lot of grip over there on the back side of that curbing. And Marco's probably sitting in the car going, I can't believe what I'm seeing here.
And there's nothing you can do. I must say, though, these starts are pretty stupid. The restart zone being that late, this is what happened. You can't see back there because the rear wing is so big, and the officials, we need to work with them.
They were both very lucky.
He's in a dirty area. He's up a little too high. They call that in the gray area. He's going to run out of track right now. He does a little touch to Villeneuve's car, and he has to respond, go over to the left. I'm smart.
Clear. You're clear behind you.
Clear.
Smartly
Backwards.
take his hands off the wheel.
Behind Dixon.
See, just the car starts to come around on him right mid-turn.
Yellow.
This got really.
This is when the spotters will be telling him somebody's high, somebody's
Outside, inside, out. Hang on, bud, hang on.
See, now with Ed's spotter, I told him that he was on the outside. Last minute, Hinchcliffe came on the inside. But as a driver, you also feel what's going on. Now we ride along with Elio Castroneves. You can see all the cars fan out. And to the surprise, there goes Hinchcliffe.
Clear.
A little bit bold.
Go high.
And Helio makes the right decision to go to the.
As you watch and ride along with Juan Pablo Montoya just up ahead. Oh, that thing snaps. That's almost like what happened to Kurt Busch the other day.
That's something that he would know is by looking in his mirrors.
But when you're defending, we're riding on board right now with Marco Andretti's Snapple machine. Now just watch this, just enough to move him offline and catches his left front with the wall. Those guys were already at it beforehand. sends him off a little bit. I suspect that Will probably didn't know him there. Probably just thought that he would get out of the throttle so he wouldn't have a run on him going down the straightaway. And look what the left front is now.
But another issue he had Marco Andretti in the
right-hand turn. Enter in there at about 130 miles an hour.
Watch his steering as he hits the wall.
That's called understeer, and he took his hands off the wheel to save himself from getting his hands caught in the wheel and breaking a thumb or finger. Scouts of America car side by side. Who's going to brake later? We touch, we bump. Pardon.
So the race so far, the turn 3 crash after the initial aborted start with Will Power right side of the screen, collecting Joseph Newgarden, Graham Rahal, and Justin Wilson. Power then penalized for that. For the avoid lucky.
And you know how frustrating that is. Now we're riding along with Ryan Briscoe. Tries to fit in the middle. I'm not sure that was really going to work too well.
That was not a good move.
Yeah, it's not the one he really wanted though. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, he might have got some help.
Oh yeah,
he did. He was offline getting through the.
No,
so he's going up there.
Nobody has ventured over the second groove, and he was clearly way up in the third groove. Oh, look at the steering right there. So. That thing locked up in the rear. There was something major going on. Look at the steering effort going in just to keep it from spinning.
Did a 180 and pancake the fence.
Onboard.
Oh, that was
up there in front of you. Just stay low, stay low, stay low. Get through there.
And collected Sebastian Bourdais.
You're not buying it, Tom.
Well, listen, I mean, we're pitting under yellow here. So, sure, you might be able to gain a little bit, but I believe he did that on board with Graham Rahal. We see Sato down low.
He already knows.
Wow. Man.
He had slowed a little bit. He had already felt it tighten up.
7 laps to go.
And this is what it looked like for Rahal. Do we see contact? Yeah, not really.
Very small.
Into his lap. So surging, this is normal. This is normal coming to a restart.
You ready?
Mistimed it.
A couple of times I thought he was on the point of backing out of that, but he's having none of it. The car's moving around, but look at him push forward with the car. That's awesome stuff.
Slice and dice.
That's awesome driving.
That debris on the back straight. Here's the view from Rahal's car.
A little bit of defensive driving by Rahal here. He kind of held the inside, and then Aleshin got it locked up and just really ran into the back bumper of Rams.
Will Power has caught them. This is what happened when we're in the break. Take a look.
We've seen this move on the outside, and it doesn't work very well, and they make contact.
We're all putting on a terrific show. This is what happened from Bourdais' point of view.
I mean, Sebastian was just committed to the normal racing line, and I really don't think that Castroneves knew that he was even there.
This is what happened just over a lap ago. Tony Kanaan up ahead. We ride with Bourdais.
Oh. Wow. Damn.
Oh.
Here's what happened.
Ooh. I do not know what happened.
Almost
there.
seems like maybe the engine seized up. Oh, it's still rotating. You can hear the downforce. Here's a replay. This is exactly what happened last year when Kanaan popped out on Scott Dixon. And how much understeer is he?
On the outside, and as we come down the back straightaway, he comes in and hits a bump, and the rear just snaps out on him there. So, boy, you lift there. Is just not fun.
Charlie Kimball's view. Watch for Aleshin to go down way low and lose it.
Yeah, he just got below the yellow line.
Go low, go low.
Below the yellow line on the apron with cold tires, and then the rear stepped down.
And guys, look at the chain reaction. Hunter-Reay pushes Kanaan a little bit wide. Pagenaud gets checked up. Filippi's to the inside, and it's just one massive chain reaction.
He buried to a 360, and it wouldn't go all the way around for him.
On board with Joseph Newgarden.
Wow. And he hit from every angle there.
He hold here.
He's got Power ahead of him, setting a pick unintentionally.
Montoya drew.
Let's take a look down in turn 3. On board with Rahal.
Oh, Dixon ran a little wide. They touch.
Yeah, you might say that. From on board, Simon Pagenaud's car.
He nailed this start.
Yeah, that was
awesome.
Nailed that one. Perfect traction. He even had to go across the paint and nearly got the first row. So that was a nice start by Pagenaud.
Look at Power come across his bow.
welcome to the concrete. So on. Riding with James Hinchcliffe now. Bourdais ahead. He goes straight on.
There was just a slight film of water on the track, and it was like driving on ice.
Well, now on the onboard.
You see he touched the curbs here, and then zoop, it went around on him.
And you hear him pin the throttle just to on board with Briscoe. That's Huertas up ahead.
And he's
Watch
just
Kimball.
He's boxed in, nowhere to go, and just really a victim of what happened in front of him.
And Kimball went to the...
This is how it looked from Will Power's view.
Oh, I think that Tony Kanaan took too much curb. It might have pitched him into.
But he had to.
Newgarden.
He was...
Good job there.
View from Charlie Kimball. He's going to go to the extreme right here. Hits Briscoe.
The front.
On board with the Canadian. And check this out. It's all about to happen in front of him. So he splits Aleshin and Saavedra around the outside of Montoya. There's the drama, and he slips up the inside. Beautiful.
Guy's great.
Look at Briscoe trying to cut through and getting by Simon Pagenaud. This was 1 lap ago, and Briscoe's been doing this throughout the day with a slightly damaged front wing. That happened at the start of this race, so Briscoe still has a chance to be a factor, running in 10th right now. And
leader, Castroneves set back. Now watch this. Look at Charlie, the defending race winner here in Mid-Ohio. And they are doing nearly 180 miles an hour there.
And those little bobbles you've seen side by side, that's how... Coming out of turn 4. Whoa! And he's in a straight line, and all of a sudden the thing's starting to fishtail on him. It's like driving a forklift all of a sudden. And he, at this point, is just trying to keep it off the wall and see if he can get to the low line. No yellow flag. And I'll tell you what, this is the hardest part. You got to cross.
A good day. I was having a hard, you can see every time the car pushed and I couldn't turn, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, boy. Yeah, that was a good one. And I thought
trying to make a position or two. Here's Helio Castroneves. You can see he's on the brakes. He's on the brakes. Somebody touches him, and then he's into the back of another car sideways. Another car's into him, so just a total melee.
I think it's Sebastian Bourdais, and the inside loses it a little bit. This is on board with James Hinchcliffe. The problem really kind of goes on behind him, but he gets hit.
He got clobbered from behind.
And there, I believe,
Castroneves got into the side of him and got.
That's what happened to his front.
He was started, but you can see here he just kind of picked his way all the way through this whole thing. Here I come. I'm coming through. So pretty slick driving there. It's tough to find your way through a hole, especially with these cars.
how did you squeeze your way through?
Well, I wasn't in the right spot there. I had to slow down. I didn't know where to go, and I lost a lot of position, but at least the car was in one piece. And, you know, at this point, I was a little frustrated because you don't know, you know, Sonoma is such a...
Montoya right behind him just a couple of laps ago. This is down into 9A. Montoya with some lockup. And they've been on, doesn't work, on board with Castroneves.
3 into that hairpin, it's really one car. This isn't going to work, as he just gave him a little shove to the side and kind of looked like Paul Tracy and Bourdais all over again.
Castroneves having problems, but Power could have easily collected another car. A lot of traffic around you, right on board.
Just that turbo came in and the boost came on and cold tires. And it just snapped around on him and away he went, but now he's behind his teammate.
Of turn 1 here.
Will Power just had another problem. This is down in 9A under braking.
And this is one of those things again for Power when it goes wrong. It really
further back, right on board with Will Power here.
Yeah, he comes down the inside, just stuffs it down in there, and just bang right into the side of him, and that allows Bourdais to get up beside of both of these guys, and it's 3 wide through a single car width corner here, and Bourdais ended up getting pushed out into the wall.
He's only going 70, 80 miles an hour, but if he loses it, if it goes backwards there, he's going straight up onto the racetrack in front.